Hey, LAC family, Scott White, Associate Pastor for Outreach, and as you can guess, I am not standing in Pasadena right now. Hey, before I tell you why and where I am, I want to first say thank you. I got a call from the head of the Blair High School Parent Teacher Student Association, and she wanted to make sure that you heard from all of the Blair family how appreciative they were the last month when you were part of our Blair Rally Days and made possible $10,000 worth of funding, an additional funding for teachers and their supplies. Specifically, they needed it, especially in mindful of the fact that they just came back to class. So I just wanted to share with you, LAC family, you're amazing. Thank you for your generosity over and above, yet again, over and above, in a year where you have gone over and above again and again. It really is remarkable. God is honored. God gets the glory. Hey, so why am I standing down here? Well, I'm in Long Beach, and I was down here meeting a friend, and as I drove by the bay, I saw this. Yeah, you know what that is behind me. The Queen Mary. Yeah, pretty significant ship. As I'm looking at this beautifully restored vessel that's parked down here in Long Beach, just reminding me how some things are timeless. Just think about all the people that came across the ocean in the Queen Mary with dreams of new life here in North America, or those who returned to reconnect with, if that's where their heritage land was, somewhere in Europe. They're just timeless moments and timeless themes, like family, like creating new life, like finding a new way forward, hoping for a new start. There are timeless themes in life, which brings me, watch the clever segue, which brings me to our June series at LAC. This June, in the past, we have talked about God's biggest story and how we have a part in it. This June series that we're calling It's Not an Option is going back in God's biggest story to the earliest days. You know, this thing we call the Great Commission in Matthew 28 or Acts 1:8 really goes back much further than that. It goes all the way back, I argue, many places, Genesis 12 with Abram. But we see a call to God's people in Exodus, and we're going to look at that deeply in June. What does it mean to be God's people? And what are we called to? Not just called to Him, but what are we called to in this world? What is our place? What is our role? How do we fit? We're going to look back to the ancient call upon God's people. We got a bunch of fun stuff. I'm excited about what we're going to do this June, and I hope you'll be with us. We're going to have a chance, and if you're newer with LAC, if you've just been joining us, whether it's online or in person, or particularly over the last year or so, just so you know, LAC's got this 100-year plus history of sending some of our own to the entire world. So we're going to take a look at that again. And we're going to be reminded. We're going to have some conversation with some of our workers from South America, from Africa, from right here locally. And we're going to send our high schoolers. We're going to commission and send them on some short-term work that's going to take them back to our partner in Houston, Attack Poverty. We've got all sorts of exciting things planned. I'm looking forward personally to a 40-day devotional journey. I hope some of you will join me, kind of book club style. As together we look at Genesis to Revelation in 40 days as a part of this series. Well, we've got a lot of stuff planned, a lot more to come, but I just wanted to give you a heads up in advance. As we look toward this summer and we think about all the things that are going on, there are some things that are timeless. Like that big ship over my shoulder, there are some things that just communicate timeless themes. And we want to spend time in one of God's most timeless themes, that He would get the glory He is due, that He'd be seen for who He is by His creation that He is redeeming. I hope you'll plan to be with us in June. Have a great week, LAC.